Hello, Royals. This is Mademoiselle Mosley again, coming at you guys fresh, ready to talk. I've been on this little movie kick. Just reminiscing in my mind how some movies really help me in my healing process or help me to see another side of a thing. And the movie that I'm going to speak about today is The Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Now, when Tyler Perry did that movie, I don't think he had an idea how many people that he would touch, but it really helped me to get through a time that I had. But I would like to do a remix on that. Tyler Perry, if you're hearing this, I love the movie. The movie had some hurtful aspects in healing and redemption, and I loved it. Wouldn't change a thing, but I'm just saying if I had a little fun with it, a little remix, it would be The Diary of a Mad Hood Woman. You know what I'm saying? Hood. Because it's some things that she done in there. I'm telling you, Helen was a soldier. You know what I'm saying? Helen was in there as a soldier. See, if I was Helen, I wouldn't have been drinking wine. I'd have been on that Folgers, that mountain grown. So I'd have been ready for when he came up in there. You know what I'm saying? Stayed out all night. And it's our anniversary. Now this is back in the day. You know how long that movie's been out. A lot of us change. We have a mind aspect. And about a certain aspect in our mind, but then it changes as you grow and you mature and you understand life in a whole nother level. Now see that part of the movie when they was driving to the little celebration. He was getting promoted or whatever reward he was receiving, and the little side chick at the place and everything sitting up in there. They looking good, and I have something to say about it. It's not just about the movie, but I have something to say about the movie. See, some people be wishing they certain people. You be looking at their life and they look all good and everything. She's sitting there primped and primed. He's sitting up there suited and booted, and you're like, oh, I would love to be them. And sometimes they don't want to be them. The people that's them don't want to be them. So you never wish upon a star, and just stay who you are. Don't worry about think about somebody. They ain't got no better than you. They just got different things, and how it's put together is just different than you. And then so they lead a little ceremony, and they get it, drive up to the driveway, and then he getting ready to leave to my who. Anyway, you know what happened when he said this. This is the part that got me. When she didn't want to argue and all that stuff, she wanted to celebrate with some. She said, what can I do to make this better? I don't want to argue with you. He said, you can get the hell out of my car. Baby, look. Now, this was years ago. Look. When Helen got ready to get out that car like this, if that was me, I'd have went, pow, and popped him in his four lips. Because that's what would have been happening with him. He would have 4 lips when I got done popping it. I just popped him one time. Now, that's back in the day. I ain't like that no more. But I'm just saying he was saying some wild stuff. And then when he drove off in that driveway and she looked at his backlights, with dealing with me, wouldn't have been no backlights. He would just skirted up out of there and went over her house. I'm saying? And she would have had to nurse him because his lips would have been swole. Okay? Because he was just doing too much. Now, this is the hood woman I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Helen. Helen was a soldier. She was in there drinking wine. I'd have been drinking straight up Folgers. You understand me? I want to be on it. So, anyway, as the movie proceeds, he show up at the house with the chick. And, he drag her down and she kicking and screaming. I'd have bit him straight on his leg and spit out some meat. I'd have bit it, spit out a plug of his meat. And while he nursing himself, Miss Thing that was standing over there all proud and riled, you know what I'm saying? She'd have been like scattered pictures. You know what I mean by scattered pictures? You know how you be looking through pictures and they be scattered on the floor and you got some on the wall, you got some on the floor. She'd have been on the wall and some would have been on the floor. She'd have been here and there and everywhere. How you gonna come up in my crib and do something like that? Now this is the hood chick part of the movie. This ain't what Tyler Perry did. Helen was a soldier. She was drinking wine, but I'd have been drinking Folgers. I'm just saying. So anyway, after she did all that, they came in the house, put Helen out. Now this how I would have went the hood chick. Helen would have did what he did, spit. If I was Helen, I'd have bit him, spit some of his meat out. I would have slung her scattered pictures. That'd have been her new name all over the place. And then I would have got in the car with Shamor with his fine self, and I would say, burn off. And he'd about looked at me and said, burn off. let's drive off. So we would have drove off and we went to Medea's house. And, this is the thing I want to hit too. This is the point where I'm telling the story. Now, we went to Medea's house. Medea ain't seen her like 10 years. This is the thing you got to think about. Some people are trying to keep you away from your family so that you won't know what's going on. They want to put you out so if something go wrong, they know you can't go home. But the good thing about Medea, like some grandmothers, they going to be there for you. They going to be like, ooh, get on in his house like he did and let her stay there and let her get her stuff together. But don't never, some people you do need to leave behind. Some people, and you know who those are, but if ain't nobody done nothing to you, keep in touch with your family. Make sure that y'all good. If they good, because they might not be good with you, whatever the case may be. But that was just a beautiful thing that we have some family members, some older women or men who know what life is about and know that you were not thinking correctly. Excuse me. So he got her away from her family. Drove a wedge so he could be open range to do whatever he wanted to do. So she was getting herself together and everything. And while she getting herself together, see, dirt do hurt. Because he was dirty. He done did some dirty stuff on his climb up and all that kind of stuff. So, when he gets to, representing the drug dealer, and he didn't do what he said he was going to do, and he got shot in the courtroom 4 times, I believe. The hood woman would have been like, you know what? He got shot 4 times. That was them 4 women he messed with on me, cheated me, 1 for each one. And the one that's left in there is the chick that's up in this hospital coming up here trying to be his new wife. Yeah, that's the one they can't get out. Yeah, that's what it is. And then when he was standing in the bed and she was sitting by his bed, Helen was a soldier. And she was sitting there just, being the wife that she should have been. A hood chick probably would have left him a note. I hope you good. I'm gone. I hope you good. I'm gone. Let your little new chick sit up there and do all that stupid stuff. Well, she didn't want him anyway. But anyway, but she wouldn't even been there. Now, in my movie, in my remix, you remember I did it like scattered pictures. She'd have been on the wall and on the floor. Like scattered pictures. Putting the ones on the wall that you want and the ones you don't want, they're on the floor. She'd have been scattered pictures. So she wouldn't even been there. She'd have been, yes, she would have. She'd have been in bed B and he was in bed A. They'd have been together like they always wanted to be. Now, this is years ago that I'm talking about. My life and the things and how I handle stuff. But then I learned not to give people my energy. Some people are energy vampires. Whatever they need to do to get your energy from you so you can't use your energy to get to where you need to be, they'll do it. It don't matter. Male, female, kids, grandkids, whoever it is. You need to watch who you give your energy to. So, he get well. He come out the hospital. She nursing him, being a good wife. Or he start hugging on her because, she's down from day 1 to day none. He knew that from the beginning. He wanted to play games. Now, what I wouldn't have did, I wouldn't have slung him in that bathtub. How she did him in that bathtub, baby. I was laughing, but it wasn't funny. I was like, ooh, she did him bad, and he trying to gasp for breath. But see, you got to watch who you doing dirty. You never know who's going to have to wash you clean. You got to watch who you doing dirty, because you never know who's going to have to wash you clean. You know what I'm saying? So she dumped it. I wouldn't have did all that, and I fed the man, but, it did good in the picture, because I'm not a heartless person. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, as she getting him well, he doing all that stuff. And, he getting this, I can feel in my legs. Please don't tell me that. Because I might try to kick you in them. This is back in the day. I just might come in there and kick you in both of your legs. And you talking about now you understand what you were saying about God and all this stuff. I was like, You was almost knocking on the door. Now you understand something. Don't nobody want to hear all that. But anyway, it was good in the movie. I love the movie, but I'm talking about a hood chick. Now I'm changing the whole scenario. So now we're going to hurry up and get up to the part when they at the church. Now they at the church. They playing the music. And he walk up there, walk in front of me, want to be saved. Now I'm tempted to trip him. I know y'all saying that ain't right. But as he walking up there to go find himself and get himself redeemed, I want to trip him. Okay? But I wouldn't. But okay, get the Lord and all that good stuff. That's good. Get yourself together. Get yourself together. But this is the thing what y'all got to come up. No, you're going to reap what you sow. I don't care how big and bad, how much money you got, how much you think you over somebody. You keep doing people dirty, you ain't going to never wash clean. You ain't going to never wash clean if you keep doing people dirty. You feel me? So anyway, fast forward, Herm, Mr. Shamar, it was, with his fine self, they was, doing good and trying to get it together. And then now she talking about she want to get back with him and all this stuff. No, it's not going to happen. Hey, it's just, no. Oh, no. Hell no, it's not going to happen. So anyway, when they sitting at the table, I'm gonna get to this part because this part was good. It says the table, she give him the ring back and the paper. Well, he ain't getting the ring. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep it and gone and keep it as a souvenir from all the stuff that I've been through, which was good for the movie. I love it, but I'm a hood chick, so I'm gonna keep that little 4 carats or whatever it was as a memento. All the stuff that you caused me. In effect, I'm just being real. I earned it, and more than that. And then he's sitting at the table looking stupid. That's what happens. Sometimes you don't get a second chance to love somebody. So you're supposed to love good and you're supposed to love hard. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be real because all that fake and turkey bacon stuff, it don't add up to nothing. It's not even worth it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing my little thing on the hood chick aspect. I thank Tyler Perry for the movie because it helped me to grow. It healed me in the process of some things I was going through. Not in the same thing that Helen was going through, but in the same aspect, of people doing things to you and hurting you and thinking because now they want a second chance, they're going to do it like that. No, it don't happen. So take the opportunity to love and to love hard. And to love real. And if somebody is faking within your realness, you're going to find out about it and just be like, I'm good. I'm done. Move on. It's going to be a process, but at least you did your best. So I say this, as I say to you, get it before it gets you. I'm out.